It has been a couple of weeks since we last touched base as to how the repairs to Meraai were progressing. A couple of weeks that changed mine and my family's life forever. Hello, my friends. Thank you all so much for the wonderful words of support and love that I have received regarding the passing of my mother recently. I really appreciate it. Before I get into my insert, I just very briefly want to say something that we are so thankful for is that we are 5 children, and all of us 5 children are still around, and we were able to see our parents through to the end of their lives, because no parent should ever have to bury a child. So we are so thankful that our parents were spared that. I'm sure some of you have been in that devastating situation. So thank you all, and I will miss my mother terribly. We were close, and I will miss her. So moving on to what is happening with our vehicle. I'm going to head over to Clive Lee, and I hope everything's in order because my emotions are all over the place. And I just hope things are okay there. As it happens, things are okay at Clive Lee. However, the radiator is slowing things down. Frustration is creeping back. I very nearly ended up having an unpleasant moment when I got here to Clive Lee, and I heard that the guys from Coastal Radiators, Silverton Coastal Radiators, had been here, put it in, and now they want to take the vehicle away so that they can build a cowl. They can come here and do it. I paid them in good faith, and I was told it would all get done here and sorted out, and it would take 5 to 7 days. We are going on 2 weeks, so this is I'm not happy with that service. And there's a couple of things on this engine which are very tacky. I paid over 20,000 Rand for this aluminium radiator. There are bolts there that will rust within a few weeks down here on the coast, and a very tacky piece of metal used as a bar to hold the one part of the system in place. But they do have to come still and finish and fix a few things up. I will not be here, which I'm very glad about. So the boss guy, Randy, here will deal with that for me. In fairness to Silverton Coastal, this is a custom-made radiator, and that has its own challenges. But Silverton Coastal know this vehicle, and they knew what they were in for. I would have preferred them to give me a realistic time frame, and not the time frames they thought I would like to hear. The guys are going to have to do a few modifications inside to accommodate this new, taller, it's thicker radiator. It'll mean we've got to rerun some of these turbo pipes. Quality of the workmanship on the radiator itself looks fine. I'm happy with that. Here's a positive here. It's just these little things that I've already bitched about. They must sort out. The next time I visited Clive Lee, there was a lot of activity around the engine compartment.
Okay, radiator is back in. We're busy setting up the intercooler pipes now. Okay. We had to find new hoses because they don't fit anymore. The old ones are different setup.
Okay. And the radiator, you say there's a few issues. It's a very tight fit.
There's a few issues. A very tight fit, but that will be sorted out by Coastals.
You can probably tell that Randy is an oak of few words. Let me just show you what he didn't specify on this radiator that still needs to be sorted out. So let's look at the fan here. Now you can see the fan. There is no space there. In fact, it's probably touching, but there's nowhere for this radiator to go to. So I have no idea how Coastal Radiators is going to sort that out. The other issue is you can see the intercooler is right up against this rod, which is the clutch for our winch. If they tighten this bolt, then that fan inside there gets squashed up against the intercooler. So if we got rid of this, okay, and worked out another system from here to engage the clutch, we could then move this away, and it's going to solve the problem of that fan. So I think we are going to go that route. How that will be done, I have no clue. But these clever oaks here will knock a plan. Another issue that is still around is our sump. This sump has been altered a few times too many.
The sump is a mess up.
Okay.
It's been brazed and patched, and because of the conversion they done on the bodywork, on the chassis. So it's just, we'll have to try and build up a sump actually there.
Could you use what we've got to build it up, or is this a
No, we have to build up a new sump. Yeah,
and that means spending more money. When will this ever end? Some good news is that the power steering box is now secured. You guys will remember the little issue we had with the mounting for the power steering. Well, I'm pretty chuffed to see that has been sorted out, and what is there now is a neat, professional, solid little block with, it's something that's holding that power steering box securely in place, as it should have been done in the first place. The giant jigsaw puzzle that makes up the turbo and cooling system is a more of a challenge. I could not help but notice some serious hardware lying on the floor close to Meraai. These guys get 10 out of 10 for ingenuity, because they are using and recycling an old Hino bull bar to get our turbo piping sorted out. Inside Meraai, another glaring example of dodgy workmanship by East Coast Scratch and Dent was pointed out to me. What I am holding in my hand here are the little brackets that were holding our whole manifold in place. Now, this is a powerful engine. These are like toothpicks. What Randy and his guys have done now is our manifold is secured the way it should be, with these steel bars and these bolts holding it in place. This is a death trap, an accident waiting to happen. I am really hoping that soon all these safety critical issues are a thing of the past. It's really hard not to get depressed at this stage of the game, considering where we've been and where I am today and now. But all these things that have been uncovered, even at this late stage, we have to sort them out. This vehicle cannot go on the road with this Heath Robinson bullshit that was fed to us over the last years. So as much as it pains me to tell you this, we will hit the 4-year mark on our build on the 26th of September, and we're probably only looking at getting on the road sometime in August. After a barrage of lows, finally something positive. We have reached the end of the week, and also the end of this episode. Just some good news to close off is that Randy has managed to find a sump here on their premises at Clive Lee. And there's a little tweak he has to do to that sump. He's just worried that this one we've got in that has been chowed and messed up is going to keep giving problems. And so this other sump, that's the one we're going to go with. And we just need to get the this whole radiator thing sorted out. The guys at Silverton Coastal Radiator are adamant they need the vehicle there so that they can fit the cowling and everything like that. And I'm at the stage now that, listen man, just do it. I just need this to end. I'm just really sorry that my mother never got to see Meraai. I spoke about Meraai with her often, and I was always said I was going to pitch up at her retirement home in my bus. Whenever I arrived there, she would say to me, "How did you get here?" It wasn't in the bus. Anyway, guys, I'm going to just end this, and sad times for us as a family. Until next week.